Hello, and welcome to the Great Game Debate Podcast, where friends come together to talk about video games and our lives. As always, I'm your host, Kaden Bertha Lane, and joining me, of course, is the godfather of the debate himself, Joner Gomer. How you doing,
Joner
bud?
Gomer, that's me. Big shout out to Hunter Pearson for helping me come up with my my new legal name. It is Joner Gomer, so please
The
refer to
paperwork
me
in
as
already?
so. Yeah.
Just have to have the notary sign it off, and
Yep.
we're good. Also, of course, joined by my other regular co-panelist, the Saucy Aussie, our man in Australia, Stephen Beaumont. How you doing, dude?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just chilling.
Sweet. All right, and our special guest this week is returning guest and friend of the show, Kai. How you doing?
Hey guys, what's up? Not a whole lot. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Well, I hope you all looked into your heart of hearts before the show and found your Keyblade, because it's time for the icebreaker. All right, this one comes in from Discord member J. Walter Weatherman. I believe Travis of the Draft Punks. Shout out. His question is, what's your favorite game that you would never play again? You got anything locked and loaded for this, Steven?
This is a tough one because there's a lot of
Sure is,
there
yeah.
are a lot of games that are one-offs.
Yeah.
Probably the one that comes to mind the most is because of the fact that Arthur Morgan is undoubtedly my favorite video game character ever, but I do not want to do 80 hours of
Not
that
again.
again. But I'd love to watch a supercut of like all of his conversations and stuff, but it's just like they just went too heavy in on the sim element and like really living the life of a cowboy and having to eat and all that sort of stuff, and the whole Deadeye system sucked. But man, like such a good game though, but it's just too long to want to replay.
Yeah, my mind kind of went to that same place too, to be honest. Just like big narrative-based AAA games, like after I played The Last of Us Part 2, it's like, what an incredible story. Like it wrecked me. I was just like crying at the end credits, but it's like never want to play that again.
Exactly. That was my other answer, because I don't like the ending as a parent. It doesn't fit with how my life would go in that situation. Like you have to let go of hate at some point, especially when there's kids involved. It's just like that hurt me too much, even though it's an amazing game and it says a lot. It's just too emotionally devastating for me to go back to.
That's right. Ellie murdered her own child. Jonah, what do you think?
I mean, for me, it's probably games that have like a narrative twist or something in it that you just won't get get that again. So
yeah.
I was gonna say BioShock, but I've replayed it before, so
it's okay on a replay. It's not. I'd say it's not as good, but it's still good.
Yeah.
I guess a good game that I could recommend that's really easy to get into for a lot of people. Valiant Hearts. I love that game.
Yeah, that's a good one and done.
Yeah, that game.
Good is good. Yeah.
Also, you up?
That game will mess you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And what about you, Kai? Anything come to mind?
Like when you said that, one of the first things that really came to my mind was games like Gex or like Conker's Bad Fur Day. Not that they're really bad games, but it's just like they were annoying in the aspect of just getting through everything that you needed to get to. You have to be kind of tactical with how you go about everything. They have some of the best storylines I remember as a kid, and I would always remember like going back through and doing all that. But in the long run of things, like, I'd much rather just stream them again than play them myself.
Yeah. I watched a retrospective on Bad Fur Day, and I completely forgot the escape sequence of the war, and there's just the teddies with bazookas, and they just one shot you, and it like and he was saying like this took me like hours just to get through. And I remember it, and I remember I jumped over like one of the fences to like skip like 3 of them, and like that's how I got through. But yeah, it just has like brutal difficulty spikes for no reason.
Yeah, it was just they're just very tedious and like a fun, angry, nostalgic way, and I'm just not about it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool. Well, there you go. J. Walter Weatherman, thanks again for the question. And I have a timer going off somewhere, and I don't know where it's coming from. But
did you pull up
Steven,
you pulled up the Google timer? That's what you did.
Did I pull up the Google timer?
You typed in Google timer, and then you went to go
that is
to
exactly
the stopwatch.
what happened.
Do you know how I know this?
I got the stopwatch.
I've done this several times, and it's been on the show. So if you go into past shows and you listen back, you can hear a brip, 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 brip going off, and that's because I didn't stop the timer before I started our stopwatch. Behind the scenes.
Yeah, in any case, I think we're all a little bit curious, Guy, how maybe your gaming journey's been this past year. But Steven, I know you have a question. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I know that you played either Scarlet or Violet of the new Pokemon games, and I was just wanting to know because pretty solid new designs, mostly around the board for Scarlet and Violet. So I was wondering who your favorites were from the new gen.
So, to be real with you, the Pokédex this time around bored me. I was so ungodly bored. This was the first Pokemon generation in forever where, like, nothing rang out to me. Like, I was not hyped on anyone or anything. I think by the time I even beat post-game, I only had, like, 3 members on my team that I actually wanted. It was...
Dang.
Yeah, it was very uneventful. I almost compare it to like Black and White, and that was like my other least favorite in terms of Pokemon
designs.
Yeah, so I can't really say anything really stuck out to me. In all honesty, I barely remember who they are. I just know I don't have Snorlax, and that's where my biggest complaint is.
Yeah. There was some brutal cuts. I definitely noticed like some big favorites were not there. So yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Hopefully they fix it with some DLCs down the road. I'm pretty hopeful because they did cut out quite a lot of like the bigger fan favorites, which they have not done before.
Yeah, I missed it main game or missed it until right near the end, so I didn't actually have a fully evolved one at the end. But I saw when I'd do raid battles like Tinkerton showing up a lot, and I thought that was a dope thing. It's just this tiny little pink like Pokemon with a massive like hammer, like metal hammer. It just looks.
I like the lore behind that one too.
Yeah.
Yes, that one has a brutal lore.
Yeah. What is it like? It intentionally tries to knock projectiles at Corviknights to kill them, and then take their scrap armor to turn it into its hammer or whatever.
Yep. Well, did you also see the really cool thing too? Because they totally played off of it. The shiny form doesn't actually like have like Tinkaton's not like shiny whatsoever.
Yeah.
The killed Pokemon is the shiny part
different.
of it.
Yeah.
It's really funny when they do things like that koala Pokemon where only the log changes colors. For the shiny.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, what about you, Steven? Did you have some favorite mons to
Yeah, like to Caden's dismay, the Rule 34 Pokemon Masquerada from the starters has an amazing move called Flower Trick, and it does 70 base power, but it always crits. So I guess it's like 100 base power or something like that. I don't know exactly how crits work. I don't care. But yeah, so that is actually like one of the best, and like just freaking pretty bulky as well. Just got through like pretty much all of the game for me. I could almost like use it in every situation. And then I really liked like the crazy Pokemon that they had. Like the gimmick is that there's like ancient Pokemon in Scarlet, and then there's like future Pokemon in Violet, and I thought they're just really cool redesigns, and some of the shinies look freaking phenomenal. Especially there's a Tyranitar that's all steel covered and it's green, but then like when it's shiny, it's actually silver, and it just looks dope.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things to come out of this gen in the community are fan-made ancient and future Pokemon. Like, people come up with really cool things. There's one that's what I did that's like Charizard, but instead of wings, he has like a Stegosaurus sail, and he has like, solar beam and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
I had one more Pokemon related question, but I can't. Oh yeah, I was just gonna shout out. I don't really play Pokemon anymore, and I've absorbed the new Pokemon game by watching Kyle Bossman stream it. But my favorite new Pokemon is probably Clodsire. I just love that thing, dude. I just want to like lay on top of it and squeeze it, you know?
just a big blob.
Yeah. Jonah, any burning thoughts about Pokemon you may or may not have?
No.
Cool. Well, Kai, aside from Pokemon, are there any games you want to shout out you play this year that maybe were in like your top games of the year?
Yeah, one of my friends actually got me to finally play Yakuza Like a Dragon, and I'm not gonna lie, that one like totally blew me out of the waters. Like there was multiple times where I was just sitting there bawling like a baby because it's super wholesome. It's messed up, but it's super wholesome in all the right ways.
Yeah.
And it just reminds you of like almost a good shonen in a way. So I don't know, that's one I've been thoroughly enjoying, and I'm actually surprisingly good at it. And yeah, so that would be the number one for me.
Wow,
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know why until you said that. That is like definitely a very Kai game. Like,
Yeah.
I can see it now.
It is just
Yeah.
it's so punny, it's so
Yeah.
meme based, and it's just I love the references everywhere and just what you can do with it. So I'm really stoked for the new one coming out. That's been on my radar. Outside of that, it would actually just be the new Pokemon games. I did kind of no life that, especially when I got the flu, and that tired me out of playing video games.
Yeah, fair enough.
It can do that.
I've come closer than I've ever to starting the Yakuza series. I currently have Yakuza 0 in my Steam wish list.
Oh, wish list.
There you go.
almost.
Yeah. Sweet. It's only $20 too, so that goes on sale. I'll probably pull the trigger.
It's really good. The melodrama is still there, but yeah, it's surprisingly emotional series for how melodramatic and goofy it is. Like, yeah.
Yep. Cool. Well, with that, I'll turn things over to our judge, Jonah Gomer, to judge the debate.
All right. Welcome back to the debate. I am Jonah Gomer, and today we have a fun Kingdom Hearts debate with Kai representing Kingdom Hearts 1 versus Caden representing Kingdom Hearts 2. Kai, as our guest, would you like to start or close out the debate?
I'll go ahead and I'll start with this one because I have a feeling the rebuttal is going to be a little bit easier for him because that's usually how it goes when you are the second best in a series.
Oh, wow. Shots are already being fired, folks. This one's going to be a doozy. Well, Kai, you have 2 minutes on the clock. Ready, set, debate.
All right, so I'd say Kingdom Hearts 1 for me overdid it for Kingdom Hearts 2 just for the simple fact that for when it came out and everything, it was the only game that was kind of like what it was and the way that it could appeal to both audiences, both younger and older, and I almost felt like a lot of the games back in those days weren't really geared towards both audiences, either one or the other, and you didn't really intermingle those a whole lot. And just everything it had to offer. It was challenging without being way too over challenging, minus, the first 4 worlds. We're not going to talk about that. But it was also engaging, and it really kind of made you think about the future and what games could eventually become just off of the simple notion that we could get Disney and Square Enix together, and who wouldn't want that? Come on, Final Fantasy with Mickey, A1.
That it?
You're giving up the rest of your time? You've still got plenty of time, Kai.
Do I really?
Yeah, you have like a whole minute and 10 seconds.
Talk about the game.
Confident about the debate.
Yeah, this is always where, this is always the harder part for me. I'm not good with time limits like this. You can go ahead and take it.
Okay.
All right.
50-minute opener. Aiden, are you, or 50-second opener?
That would have been 50 minutes.
50 minutes. Oh, that was
That's
the
what I'm
fastest
talking
50
about.
minutes. 50-second opener. Caden, are you ready?
Think so.
2 minutes on the clock. Ready, set, go.
When Mulan said, "For China!" I really felt that. When Jack Skellington said, "Season's greetings from Jack, the Pumpkin King," I really felt that. But when Oogie Boogie said, I feel like a million bugs. I really felt that. When Simba said, "It's me, Simba," I really felt that. I really felt that, you know? When Timon and Pumbaa said, "Hakuna Matata," I really felt that. I really felt that, guys. When Mushu said, "I'm a bona fide guardian dragon," I really felt that. When Tron said, "You guys really are users," I really felt that. When Phil said, "Get up on the Hydra's back! Get up on the Hydra's back! Get up on the Hydra's back!" I really felt that. When Tifa said, "Cloud!" I really felt that. When Cloud said, "Sephiroth," I really felt that. When Sephiroth said, "Cloud,"
30
really
seconds.
When King Mickey said, "Say a note," I really felt that. When Cypher said, "Hey, chicken wuss," I really felt that. When Final Fantasy X Auron said, "I'm no hero, I'm just an Auron," I really felt that.
Time. All right, that is definitely one of the most interesting openers.
One of the debates of our time.
Yeah,
That's a debate of the year.
Kai, Caden definitely brought some serious heat to this debate. Obviously,
Really felt that.
You both still have Steven as your assist trophy. I definitely forgot to say that at the beginning of the debate, but you both still have your 30-second assist trophy. It is time to go into round 2 of our rebuttals. Kai, you have 2 minutes on the clock. Are you ready?
Never, but it can be worse than the intro.
All right. 2 minutes on the clock. Ready, set, debate.
You said some characters' names. I felt that.
Mm-hmm.
You kept saying some other characters' names. I felt that too.
Yeah.
But maybe, just maybe, if you took it back to where it all began, you would see that the beginning of the journey is better than the middle. Is it the middle though? You won't know unless you have played the game that comes in between the two. But how do you know where they came from? Who is?
Nominate?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Steven in for that one. I totally played that.
Steven.
Twilight Town sucks. The song is worse than Itataka. I can't remember what her name is.
The composer.
15 seconds.
And yeah, so give me time. Tron level absolutely sucks. Pirates sucks. Pretty much most of the levels suck compared to Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, you're joking. You're joking with this.
Time. Kai, go ahead. Got a minute and 10.
Wait, what?
You've still got time in your rebuttal. Keep rebutting. Keep trashing on.
Rebuttaling.
Two.
Oh. Well. I mean, I'm totally blanking on all this. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one to Caden. No, I'm gonna give this one to Caden. Like I cannot. Yeah, that was too good for me.
It's
I'm
awesome
just...
to see, honestly. You know.
Yeah, you just got me with those characters and me feeling it.
Yeah.
Caden, you have.
See, so last game sucks.
Caden, you've got 2 minutes on the clock for your rebuttal. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. 3, 2, 1. Debate.
All right. So after all, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are video games, and the most important thing about video games is the gameplay. And the one thing I think Kingdom Hearts has, if anything, over Kingdom Hearts 2 has, if anything, over Kingdom Hearts 1, is the combat. Kingdom Hearts 1 combat is super clunky. For a large portion of the game, all you can do is a 1-2-3 basic combo. Specifically speaking on higher difficulties here, because both games are just button mashers on lower difficulties. The depth of the combat in Kingdom Hearts 2 really shines on higher difficulties. There's really an insane degree of customization. The amount of different kinds of combos you can set up. You can even reduce the number of attacks in your combos to just jump right to finishers, or you can completely remove finishers from your combo to do infinite combo juggling. Kingdom Hearts 1 magic is all basically just like projectile damage dealing. You only really have to think about it when you're trying to target an enemy's specific weakness, but Kingdom Hearts 2 magic now has like utility. Like Blizzard is a long range projectile, Fire is like a close range AoE for crowd control, and Thunder now launches enemies into the air to initiate aerial combat. But speaking of aerial combat, Kingdom Hearts 1 technically has aerial attacks for Sora, but you just use them only for attacking already airborne enemies. But Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of takes it to the next step by allowing you to initiate aerial combos by launching grounded enemies with attacks like Thunder. So, it brings it into that sphere of like your DMCs and your Bayonets and things where you can get yourself out of danger by jumping up in the air with aerial combat. The other super important thing is the drive gauge, allowing you to enter basically devil triggers. You've got multiple different drive forms that have strengths and weaknesses, and another really cool wrinkle about the game is that when you run out of magic, your drive gauge regenerates more quickly when you attack enemies. So you think when you go on, I can't heal myself, I can't defend anymore, I don't have any magic, but making your drive gauge regenerates forces you to go on the offensive.
Very nice.
I had so much stuff I couldn't fit it all in. Oh, Steven!
Me? Oh yep. No, do I have to represent Kingdom Hearts 2? I'm getting so heated right now. Okay. We're going to represent... okay, this is a rebuttal. Okay, so obviously the biggest faults of, Kingdom Hearts 1 are going to be the combos. Yes, that does kind of suck. And also the magic system betrays you in the secret bosses because they require magic, and it's so hard to have enough magic to actually deal any sort of damage to those secret bosses. That's like its biggest faults. But Kingdom Hearts 1's better.
Time.
I give you enough whiplash, Jonah, going from my meme opening to my completely legit and serious.
Yeah, I was not ready for it, honestly. All right, Kai. We're going into our closing thoughts. Round 3, you have already used your assist trophy. You have 2 minutes on the clock. Ready, set, debate.
So, my closing thoughts on all this is, even though Caden made a very good point for how 2 is better all around, you just can't beat the nostalgia of waking up on a Saturday morning in your PJs with some cereal, sitting on the ground, and just beating the crap out of your favorite Disney villains. And I think the nostalgia alone is what's going to outweigh anything that Kingdom Hearts 2 attempted to improve on, because it's not the same as when you did it the first time around. And those are my closing thoughts.
Can I have a second?
Sorry, bro.
This is unfair to Kingdom Hearts 1. I've got so much stuff to say.
Well, I guess you're just gonna have to say it with your heart. Because that's the end of it. All right, Caden. Closing thoughts.
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1. Debate.
First of all, I'd just like to say you can also sit on your living room floor and eat cereal on a Saturday morning while playing Kingdom Hearts 2 and kill Disney villains. But more than that, when Roxas said, "I will disappear from this world in 181 days," I really felt that. When Nominee said, You were never supposed to exist, Roxas," I really felt that. When Diz said, "Roxas wasn't the only one who was never meant to exist," I really felt that.
That was pretty good.
When Roxas said, "I'm dreaming, but which parts were the dream?" I really felt that.
When Sora said, "Is this a dream or is it real? A scattered dream that's like a far-off memory. A far-off memory that's like a scattered dream." I really felt that. When Diz said, "When I met Riku for the first time, he still had the appearance of a boy." I really felt that. When Riku said, "If the world is made of light and darkness, we'll be the darkness." I really felt that. When Kairi said, "There are many worlds, but they share the same sky. One sky, one destiny." I really felt that. When Roxas said,
30 seconds.
"Sora, you're lucky. Looks like my summer vacation is over." I really felt that. When Sora said, "I guess you think you can psych me out by saying really random stuff." I really felt that. I concede my 2 seconds.
Oh, shit.
What is this debate even? Like, this debate makes as much sense as the game
Kingdom
series we're
Hearts.
talking about. I just wanted to say that Caden's impression of Diz sounds exactly like the guy singing the Grinch song.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Take it.
We're not gonna get any thoughts. There are no winners on this this debate. We had to debate Kingdom Hearts. Therefore, we will go into the next segment, the pitch.
All right. Thank you very much for judging that horror show, Jonah. And, real quick, on last week's betting special, we did have our community vote on who they thought made the most wise bets. And I'm pleased to say that I received the most votes, barely beating Jonah by 1 vote. So we'll see. Time will tell if Jonah was actually smart or not. I voted with my heart, not my head. So I think the community just wants to see that dub for the heart, just like in Kingdom Hearts. But
Caden, you represented the people. I represented
They're voting
myself.
for themselves.
You were the voice of the people, and the people called out and said Caden wins. It makes sense.
We'll see. We'll just have to wait 1 year to find out the thrilling conclusion. But moving on, it is now time for the pitch, wherein a few of us panelists will have 2 minutes to give an elevator pitch on a game we've been playing and try to convince the rest of us to buy the game. This week, I believe we have Jonah and Steven pitching. Do either of you want to nominate yourselves to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Jonah, please approach the pitcher's mound. I suppose that I should prepare a 2-minute timer. So give me 1 second to do that.
I am ready to do this pitch. Probably going to be short because I'm really bad at pitching. But you know what? I'll get the information out there that you need to know.
All right. Are you ready, Jonah, for the countdown?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, pitch.
All right. I know this isn't really the crowd for this pitch, but, you know, maybe I'll sell it. You guys like games that... Well, I guess you guys do like Doom and Doom Eternal. Do you like games like that with high intensity, first-person combat?
Yes, sir.
Crazy techniques and fun movement? You like games with a interesting, unique story?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Now, what if I told you that this game, unlike Doom Eternal, was full of color and life and exploration with a lot of like Metroidvania inspired mechanics in it, with a super fun narrative with fun characters and you know, a little bit of humor thrown in there.
Okay.
And yeah, that's gonna be that's just like the bullet points for my pitch.
Nice. All right, you leave 50 seconds on the table.
I'm feeling a little red herring when he says a little bit of humor. Now, my only question is, well, I guess it's not a question. I'm just worried it's a game that I probably wouldn't like, but the fact that you said Metroidvania gets me excited. I'm happy to play a first-person Metroidvania game because I absolutely love Metroid Prime. So, can I get what is this a full price game?
Oh, you're gonna say, can I get an amen?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously a shooter for me, I'm gonna wait on a sale most likely. So yeah, we're waiting on a sale.
It's a good sale game.
I don't know if I can even think of another first-person Metroidvania besides literally Metroid Prime 1 and 2 and 3. But yeah, sounds right up my alley. You're calling in the Metroidvania, you're calling in the Doom-esque first-person shooter, colorful, humorous. What's not to like? I'm in, man. What do you think, Kai?
I'm gonna agree with Steven on this one. First-person shooters, or shooters in general, are not something I'm particularly good at, but you always gotta give something a try at least once, so I would agree. I'd wait for it to go on sale, and then I'd give it a try.
Okay. What do you think, Jonah? Ready to reveal the secret?
Does anybody have any guesses as to what this game is?
I was worried it was High on Life.
That is exactly what it is.
Oh, snap. I completely forgot about that.
That's why I was a bit worried, because it's not my kind of humor.
The nice thing about High on Life, yes, it is Justin Roiland's game, and yeah, it is a lot of Rick and Morty humor.
I rescind my yes vote out of solidarity with the victims of Justin Roiland, sorry.
Yeah.
Was there stuff going on with Justin Roiland? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, this is very, very recent. Like, this past week, a bunch of people have come out and be like, yeah, he, sexually assaulted us, and, people in his company have been harassed, so he's just, like, a complete piece of crap who deserves to die.
That's no bueno. Okay, well, I didn't know that.
He's like, never mind.
Ooh. Wow, I feel bad for pitching this. Anyway, well, I can at least support the devs that worked really hard on this game, because they made a very, very solid shooter. If you take the writing out of the game, the gameplay itself is really fun. Like, I do enjoy some of the writing that is in it. I do think Rick and Morty is funny at points, but if that is like a major concern for you, there is like a slider that you can turn down how frequently your guns are talking
equipping
back at you. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of fun. It really is a Doom combat style Metroidvania first-person shooter with really good movement, really good shooting mechanics, and some really solid exploration.
Nice.
And it's also on Game Pass if you don't want to spend any money.
Right.
Well, I guess I gotta go play that now.
You don't have to wait for it to go on sale. It already is.
I've already paid for it.
Nice.
Good to know. Yeah, I didn't know that game was meant to be like a Doom-like. I haven't really seen a lot of gameplay.
Yeah, I didn't know it was fast. I like, because whenever they showed it like it was.
It's not as fast as Doom, but it is quick.
Yeah, because they showed it off like it was like a parody of like Fallout or Outer Worlds kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
With like a lot of narrative choices kind of thing when they showed it off.
It's not a lot.
Like more of a shooter.
It's not a lot. The shooting mechanics, like, it wasn't, oh, I want to write a really funny game and then we'll just put some shooting mechanics on it because it's a first-person shooter and first-person shooters well. It's, let's make a really solid game and then we'll write funny jokes on top of it. Yeah, and around it.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Next up to the pitcher's mound is Steven. Are you ready?
All right. I am very. I hope so. Yeah, let's go.
All right. 3, 2, 1. PH.
Okay, so we all love our nostalgia bait. So, does anyone like the aesthetic of the PlayStation 2 era?
No.
Of video games? No. Okay, so we already lost Jonah. That's fine. So, would you like to play a game in that style that just has just so much that you can do? Just you can choose where you want to go, you can choose who you want to interact with, and not only that, there are some absolutely awesome main questline storylines and characters that you meet along the way that have a lot of emotional depth. And you even have like some seemingly like sketchy like rivals and stuff in your way that you get to peel back, like in an anime. You know, before the rival's death, you always find out about their tragic past and like why they're doing this, and you get that from this. And it really took me by surprise because I didn't expect it. Not only that, really engaging combat system with so many different loadouts. And one of the coolest things is like just like it's an RPG, and like some of the monsters that you fight are just like
30 seconds.
Just different monsters like mushed together into these crazy different like different things that you fight. Not only that, like the music is just pretty damn banging, especially by the end, and the climax, the finale of the game is quite emotional. A lot of people said like they were very, very surprised and got really emotional from it. So yeah, it's definitely worth getting to the finale.
Time. Perfectly timed elevator.
I think I know what game you're pitching.
Okay.
Yeah, once I get, I just feel out of the pulse. Like I have no idea what this is, but PS2 era aesthetic.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant by PS2?
Yeah, PS2 era aesthetic for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
PS2 era aesthetic, RPG, banger soundtrack, and combat customization. I mean, Frankenstein monsters.
Sorry, Jonah's laughing at me.
Yeah, I bet. I guess I have no idea what this is, but it
Hell
sounds
yeah.
cool. Almost sounds like Final Fantasy 10 or something.
That's exactly kind of what I was thinking at first. I was like, there's no way this is going to be Goat Simulator. And then I knew it fully wasn't Goat Simulator when you said there was actual depth to the game outside of just interacting with whatever you wanted. But the fact that it is like based around the PS2 era aesthetics, I would have to give it a try at the very least.
All right,
Jonah.
I'm out. I'm fairly certain I know what Steven's talking about.
What have you done to us, Steven?
Well, Kaya's already had the joy of experiencing this, but yeah, it is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
No!
And like, I'm not joking when I do say like some of the characters are the best written in the series.
I
like,
just can't.
The and I just love the fact that it looks like a PS2 game. If no one's denying that,
A very
run like a
clunky, laggy PS2 game.
I played 4D chess there and predicted what Steven was guessing.
It's weird how many people I've heard like say that like the story's actually incredible, like not even for like a Pokemon game, but it's actually like I just can't.
Okay,
honestly, it's a really solid game. They did very well, and it's the first Pokemon main installment that has come out in a long time where it actually feels like I'm playing a fresh RPG that has Pokemon aesthetics instead of just playing another Pokemon video game, and that's what really took the cake for me there.
Yeah, Larry, the normal gym leader, who, spoilers, is also in the Elite Four, is hilarious. Pokemon is just his day job. He does not care. He's just there for the paycheck, and he's just hilarious the whole time. He's like, oh, you should, he runs a restaurant as well, and he's just like, oh, you should try the food here. It's like really good, but like, and could we not like take that long? Like, I just had lunch. Like, it's just like he just doesn't care at all. But all the gym leaders really cool. Really, all of them have jobs around where their town is, and so they're really integrated into the town, and having a gym battle is an event. So like they'll actually like have wherever you don't see it in the normal, you don't go into a building and there's the gym. It's always somewhere in the town and you go in and you'll talk to someone to have the gym battle, and then you go to like the middle of town and have it, and then people will come and watch the gym battle because it's actually like a cool event, like it's like a sporting event. It's just really cool ideas. And then just the Starfall Street, I thought, okay, this is going to be really bad. Like, it's another really goofy, like, Team Skull, like, the bad guys are just some punk kids. Super emotional by the end. And, like, every single time you would beat one, you'd get that anime backstory of, like, what this kid's doing. And their actual, like, intentions are completely, like, awesome. And, like, I was really shocked. And, like, the goofiness of, like, they do this, like, star pattern. And, like, it's hilarious. It just made me laugh every single time. And it just really, like, made them fully rounded characters. And then there's the other storyline is the Titans, which are all these massive Pokemon. And there's this massive crater. And when you get down into that crater, into the end game, like, the character that you met doing all the Titans and stuff has just, like, so much emotional weight. Like, it just gets thrown on them. And, yeah, it's just, like, it's crazy that it did what it did. Like, it's not like, it's not Shakespeare. It's not, we're not lying and saying that, but it kicked some goals for sure.
You're missing one very important thing about these two installments, though, is even though they are the same generation and everything, they're two completely different games. What you get when you play Violet is different than what you get when you play Scarlet. So, like, you don't fully get the full picture until you play both.
That's cool.
And, like, you will get spoiled heavily for things if you only play one and not the other. And so if you don't have that knowledge or that concept, you can get confused when reading online forums about different things, what's going on.
But both
now
the
I
same.
have to spend $120 on a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
I'm really sad I said yes.
At least mine was on Game Pass.
Yeah. Tell me about the Team Star battles where you're just running from group of enemy to group of enemy
so
battling. Like, is that actually asked? Like,
that is, I would 100% say that, and I don't know how they messed it up, but for some reason you can't like any normal shooter game, you can't hold L to target, like with a reticule.
Right.
And so they just decided that, they just wanted to have like autofocus like in a Batman game or something. So like you just got to be hopefully facing the right way and press like R in those situations and hope that your Pokemon runs out and attacks it. But it doesn't have like the Batman like auto lock on. It's like you've got to be dead on. Otherwise your Pokemon just jumps out there and it just like runs off into the distance. And you're like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And it makes no sense because they made Arceus literally like 12 months before. And it had a perfectly good targeting system that they could have utilized, and they didn't. But that sucks. But the stories are great. Yeah,
that's cool.
All right. Well, we had a polarizing grab bag of games this week on the pitch. So, with that, I'll turn things over to you, Steven, for the game.
Let's get amongst it. Back by unpopular demand is actually one of the favorites for myself that I was introduced to by Goma.
It's
Jonah,
Gomer.
the Goma. It's a 10, but. And so we're taking, I've got 5 video games, and we're going to go around in a circle. We're going to go Jonah, I'm going to go Kai, I'm going to go Caden and myself, and we'll keep going around until we find out if these video games are a 10 with the descriptors that I give them. So, first up to the plate with Jonah. It's a 10, but it's a walking sim.
Wow, it's a 4.
Yeah.
Ooh. Damn. All right, Kai. It's a 10. It's a 4, but it's really short.
Ooh, that's a 1.
Ooh. Oh my god.
At least it's a short walking sim.
All right. Okay. It's a 1, Caden, but you play as a bunch of different characters.
I know what this is.
I mean, that's not really a huge plus or minus for me, so we'll leave it at a 1 for now.
I'm just gonna pass it back to Jonah because I feel like I shouldn't be involved in this. I know what it is. Yeah. So it's a 10.
It's a 1.
But the story will bring you to tears.
It's a 1.
It's a 1. Sorry, it's a 1, but the story will bring you to tears.
We'll bump it back up to a 4.
4. Okay, 4's tidy. It's a 4, Kai, but it may not have a happy ending.
Ooh, we're gonna bump that to a 7.
Nice. Okay. All right. So, what remains of Edith Finch is officially a 7.
Yeah, I played it.
That's in
about where I put it.
I think it's more worthy of that. But yes, when you start, it is a walking sim. So
I love the fish
shy away from that. Yeah,
the cannery where you're chopping fish and just like
that's emotional.
Oh my God.
That's hectic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing was somewhat like I think it was like Cheap Ass Gamer or something was like posted like it was on sale and used like spoilers the guillotine as like the shot that they were selling it. I'm like, that's like one of the best moments of the game. Like, you don't do that shit.
Oh, cool.
Oh. All right. So, who did we finish with? We finished with Kai.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're at Caden. It's a 10, but it's an open world game.
It's a 10, man. I like open worlds.
Nice. All right, Jonah. Well, let's get it. It's a 10, but it's a shooter.
Open world shooter.
Most
of those are bad, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's like Ghost Recon.
We'll go with 8.
An 8? Okay. All right, Kai. It's a 10, but it's a Ubisoft game.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh, why you do this dirty like that? We're gonna bump that down to a 5.
Oh, this is the worst person for this to land on. I feel like. All right, it's a 10, Caden.
It's a 5.
But it features a Skrillex banger.
It's a 5, but it features a Skrillex banger. I think just for that, it has to at least lose a point for me. So it's
no! Literally the greatest thing about the game. All right, so to finish it off, Jonah, it's a 10. Oh, sorry, it's a 4? A 4? Holy moly. It's a 4, but no one remembers the real bad guy's name.
Wait, is this Kingdom Hearts 2?
See, if the banger had have finished on Jonah, it could have been like...
Yeah,
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
he knows what it is, too.
I know exactly what it is. It's...
But based on the numbers.
It's a 4.
Oh, no. So, sorry to Wes Bates out there, but Far Cry 3 is a 4.
Far Cry 3 is actually a 9, but yeah, with how you ask the questions, yeah.
But, man.
I've only played Far Cry 4, and it was pretty mid. But...
Burn 'em Down by Skrillex in that mission is just...
very good.
That is an 11 out of 10. Alright, but it's a 4, actually.
Yeah.
Alright, so, Kai. It's a 10, but it's an ARPG.
So what?
Action RPG.
We're gonna go with 9.
Okay, it's a 10. It's a 9, but the graphics have aged like milk.
That can be hard sometimes. We'll give it that 8.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice of you. All right, Jonah. It's an 8, but there is an insane amount of stuff to do.
It's a 6.
Okay. It's a 6, Kai, but you are not limited to just one class.
Ooh, that's gonna go back up to an 8.
Nice. It's an 8, Caden, but killing a single chicken will turn a town against you.
That's a plus in my book, so we'll give it a 9.
Hell yeah! This is our best scored game. Skyrim is a 9.
Skyrim, let's go! Yeah, it's a 9. It's that curdled milk aging. It would have been a 10. It was a 10 in 2011.
You could that's the thing. Like aging like milk can be like devastating to some people.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, it's a hideous looking, amazing game.
The hair,
I mean, some
man.
people do
my
like
God.
some cottage cheese, though, so it makes sense.
Yep.
All right, so Jonah, I think I'm at.
Yep.
It's a 10, but it's cheesy as hell.
Oh, it's a 10.
Hell yeah.
Some
It's
cheese.
a 10, Kai, but you can be a pervert.
Oh, it's 100% staying a 10.
It's a 10, okay, but you can throw eggs.
Oh man, I'd make it an 11 if I could. But yeah, 10.
It's a 10, Jonah, but you can suplex cultists.
Oh!
Snap,
It's a 15!
It's a 15, Kai, but you can play Tetris in your suitcase.
Dude, hell yeah, it's staying at 15.
Hell yeah. Resident Evil 4 is a 15 out of 10. We all know it.
Absolutely.
It's the most accurate it's a 10 we've ever done.
Yeah.
Throwing eggs at Ashley never gets old.
All right. Who'd we? Okay, we went on to Caden. It's a 10, but the graphics are phenomenal.
Ooh, I mean 10, right?
It's a 10, Jonah, but the combat and magic system are a heap of fun.
It's 10.
Oh yeah. It's a 10, Kai, but where are the cartoon characters?
Keep it at a 10.
It's a 10, Caden, but it's just Pixar and live action?
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh,
I
I know
mean-
exactly what this is.
We'll drop it to average. I mean 7 out of 10. A little cautious.
It's a 7, Jonah. Cloud? Leon? Sid?
Oh,
Where'd you go?
I know exactly what this is.
I have no idea what this is. We'll keep it at a 7.
Yep. Kingdom Hearts 3 is a 7.
It sure is, man. It sure is.
That's actually being very kind.
Alright, we're all done. Did we want to do one? I got one bonus one if you want to.
Yeah, let's do the.
Got it locked and loaded.
Let's do the.
Alright, so Kai, it's a 10, but one screen?
Well, we're gonna bump that down to a 6.
Okay, it's a 10, Caden, but
A 6.
hungry
It's a 6.
AF. It's a 6, Caden, but hungry AF.
I'm gonna take that sexually, so we'll bump it up to an 8.
It's an 8, Jonah, but pillin' in a coloured room.
What did you say?
Pillin' in a coloured room.
I don't know what that means.
Pillin'.
Oh.
You're pilled on Zelda, dude.
Popping pills?
Popping pills in a coloured room, buddy.
Okay. We'll go with a 7.
It's a 7, Kai. But why is your name Clyde?
We're gonna go ahead and keep it at a 7.
It's a 7, Caden. But Scott Pilgrim told me about it.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything. We'll keep it a 7. I don't know.
Alright, Pac-Man is a 7. That was my bonus one.
Oh, Pac-Man is a 7. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's true.
its novelty quickly wears off.
Pillin'
within
in
minutes
a
when you play.
colored room.
Pillin' in a colored room.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a
Well, we made
perfect
it to
descriptor.
made it to the end of the podcast, folks. Congratulations. Pat yourselves on the back. We'll have a quick round of final thoughts. Kai, as our guest, any final thoughts you have? Could be literally anything you'd like to plug, just whatever's on your mind.
Yeah, I have to better prepare the next time I'm gonna go up against a debate on you. I did not realize how much you've improved.
Oh, thanks.
I really felt that.
Yeah. Steven, what else are you feeling?
I have been rereading the graphic novel series Grayson, which is when Dick Grayson goes and becomes a spy, and it's freaking awesome. The storyline is so much better than I remember, although some of the art fluctuates because like they have one of the most amazing artists, Mikhail Janin. He's on some of them, and then there's another secondary artist on some of the chapters. And when the secondary artist comes in, it's just like, damn, I really like this. Could have been a tighter series with just the 10 out of 10 artist. But so it ebbs and flows, but the story is really cool.
Sweet, Jonah. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Well, my final thoughts are: what a debate we had today. What an absolute waste of time of a debate we had today.
We'll see what
I don't care what anybody says. Kingdom Hearts sucks. And I'm dropping the mic.
Wow.
You're entitled to your opinion, I suppose.
It sounds like you got to make some friends, bud.
Yeah.
They'll help you believe.
Yeah.
In the words of Proper the Rapper, we just got to believe.
Gotta believe.
You can't believe in the heart of the cards without friends, Jonah.
My final thoughts are I'm investigating alternative tabletop role-playing game systems besides D&D because Wizards and Hasbro can suck my dick. And I just got the PDF of the Pathfinder 2nd edition core rulebook, and it's like almost 700 pages long, so that's going to be fun. And as always, I've been your host, Kaden Marathon Lane. As always, happy gaming. Bye.
Bye.
As always, a big thank you to our friend Misdriven for the music in our podcast. If you like what you hear and you want to check out more of what they have, you can pay them a visit on Twitter at MIST_RIVEN 719 or on Bandcamp at Misdriven. Thanks again for tuning in. Till next time.
Well, when you think about it, Kingdom Hearts in general, when it first came out, and can I redo that? Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
I was just like the back of my head was saying that Yu-Gi-Oh! Heart of the card.
Put your hand in, Kai, and we'll all draw a symbol on our hand for our friendship.
That's what the Trinity jumps are for.
You can't trust them, youths.
God damn it.
For some reason, I'm from Brooklyn. But I'm a 16-year-old kid.
From Japan.
You say there are 16-year-old kids in Brooklyn?
From Japan. Remember when we used to bully you, Yugs? That was great times.